So guys, it's first thing in the morning, I've got my brew, let's talk about it.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were someone else. This is awkward.
This is the first part of my morning episodes where I'm going to talk a little bit about each legend and their backstory. And if you stick around to the end, I will give each legend a Moose Lee rating out of 10. Let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to talk about quickly is Mirage's abilities. I wanted to talk about Mirage first as he is one of the first characters that I started playing while playing Apex Legends. Now his passive ability, Now You See Me, he automatically cloaks while using respawn beacons, and he automatically cloaks also when reviving teammates. Now this can be very funny and a very cool way to get out of trouble. I've definitely used this in the past and turned a fight around. Now guys, his next ability is Psych Out. Now this is where he can send out one decoy, which he can also control and like run alongside, slide, jump. It'll just stick around and do the same things as Mirage, pretty much copying everything he does, which is a great way to run into a battle. The next thing is his ultimate, Life of the Party, where Mirage deploys a full team of Mirages all the way around him in a circle, and they run around like crazy, distracting the enemy. Also there's the Bamboozle. If an enemy shoots one of your clones, he's marked up for you so you can see where he is. Now the Life of the Party ultimate refreshes, I think it's every 60 seconds, something like this. It's very quick, so you can pretty much use that in every single fight. Now these abilities suit Mirage down to a T. He's also a member of the support class, so he can have access to extended supply bins, and he can also craft ally banners. So now let's get into Mirage's backstory. He comes from the planet Solace, the same as Gibraltar. He has 3 older brothers and a mum. His dad, unfortunately, has passed away. His 3 older brothers were sent away on a mission and their ship went missing, and all 3 of them ended up MIA. This is a very sad story behind Mirage, which is one of the most cool, calm and collected and funny characters in the game. His real name is Elliot Witt. Now his mum is an engineer. She is the one who started tinkering around and gave Mirage the ability to come up with his clones and his suit that you see him wearing today. Mirage had always wanted to enter the Apex games. He's one of those guys who just wants to be famous. He wants to be known and he wants to be seen as doing something great. However, after his mother had lost his 3 brothers, he was always a little bit reluctant to get out there and join the Apex Legends. His mother made him the suit that he's wearing today and told him to go follow his dreams, and that is why Mirage is now center stage in Apex Legends. Mirage is out to seek his fame and fortune. So there's a little bit of sadness behind Mirage's story, but he still comes through as that funny, cool guy who's just looking to make some friends. He's already made friends with all the other legends. There's nobody that says a bad word about Mirage. In fact, Pathfinder thinks of him as his best friend, which is not reciprocated by Mirage, by the way. But there you go. Now there's also another sad part to Mirage's story. His mother seems to be getting a little bit of dementia. She's a bit forgetful and doesn't even remember sometimes that he's her son. But he still fights on and carries on going strong to prove to her, his biggest fan, that he can become the best at Apex Legends. Mirage started out life as a bartender, saving up money to put together the technology needed to create the holo suit that he wears today. And in the future goes on to buy a party bus, which you may see around some of the Apex Legends maps, which Mirage now owns, and he just wants to have a great time. But all in all, his story, it seems to be one of a guy who's just trying to make some friends in any way possible, whether that be with laughs and by being funny, or by having a cool party bus and things like that. So in all, I guess he's a pretty lonely guy, but he's a great legend to play, and he's got a really solid story behind him. And when you hear his quips and his laughs and his jokes and him bigging himself up, it gives another layer to that, and actually makes you feel for the guy a little bit and quite like him. So I really like Mirage. I think he's a great legend. So for the backstory of Mirage, I would give that an 8 out of 10. I really enjoy learning about the lore of Mirage, and I think he's a great story, and I think he's a great character, and I think he has some real morals for people to dig into and get involved with. As a beginner, I think he's a great legend to start with. He has great distraction tactics, the ability to revive while cloaked. Again, very solid support to have on your team. Although the ALCS, he is a very low picked legend. He's definitely not one of the meta. But as a starting out person who comes to Apex Legends, if you just want to play somebody for some fun and have some great times with your friends, I would definitely pick Mirage also while getting used to the game there. So in terms of abilities, I'm going to give Mirage a 7 out of 10. And my ultimate score, I give Mirage an 8 out of 10 as a solid legend to play, a good story behind him. Sometimes it can be a little bit sad, but he's a great guy and a lovable character. Thanks for watching, guys. Good morning, have a great day, and I'll be back with part 2. Good morning, gamers!